All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Tigers and the Salt Lake City Elks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set. 10-2 start. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Back.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch QB drop.
Off the bootleg. Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go. Back. 120. Kill.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You can't block me.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch 41. Single. 46 down, man. 5-4. Hey. Mike 7. He's not going to get me. Mike 96. I know he ain't got it. Hey, 96 is coming. We don't Mike.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Armstrong. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Running with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's who you're looking for.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm coming. Check 50, X3, 218, chopper. Right over there.
Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score. and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, you know, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
With the score, Elks 14.
Here we go. And watch your leg.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz going to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! 58's the money! 58's the money! Hey, orbit!
Throwing now is Wentz. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
16 yards is the pickup there on a 1st down for Chicago. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Go.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now a give right side. Armstrong. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Sunday. Watch twist.
On 2nd and very short, Wentz Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Great.
Now Wentz. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch the
Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, empty. Forward, Tokyo. Hey, Delta. 58, 58, Mike. Watch the slats.
To throw, it's Wentz. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Wentz now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Big stop, let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, they scared. Jim.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Here we go, back. 120. Two jet. 81.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the 1st half is winding down. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Here we go. 3! Too low, cut. And 96.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Watch the slant. Ready.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Woods has it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
61, matchbox lights. Get.
Off the play fake. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step up.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Check it back. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Wentz now to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Straight 15. Mike 96, Mike 96. Let's go.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Herbert. And Diggs has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Down. 8, read. Check. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 23 yards to pick up there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go.
Off play action. Herbert. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Back to throw. Herbert. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing his Wentz. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
This is McCaffrey, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on, set. 30 base. Come on. Watch the run. They're running it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Salt Lake City, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.